Morning, morning, morning. Just had a couple of things to sort out just there. So good morning, all 6,000 of you, or no, 6, yeah. I suppose I'll get the Facebook sorted out, then we'll get straight into it. Six, 4. So we've got Afi, got Anna. Who are the other two then? Like I said in the thing, it doesn't really matter to me. I do it anyway. Mr. Potter, good morning. So you Facebook people, just get onto YouTube instead. All right, people, straight in today. I'm just going to crack on. I'm going to pull that curtain closed and then we'll go. Oh, that's mega dark. Is that okay? Need a professional studio. Okay, crack on. Rod, morning, James. Hope James is involved. Facebook, awesome. No one there. How good is that? Afi, I spy a kettlebell. Yeah, I got a handful of them. I don't use that one. This one is a 8 kilo, and this one is used by Edie or Ethan occasionally. But I use the other ones downstairs. Yeah. I'm learning to do some juggling with kettlebells at the moment, but I'm not going to juggle it in here because I'll drop it and break the floor. Anyway, you ready? Heads. So we'll just start off with some quick nibbling and get straight into a stretch today, okay? You should find the YouTube quality is better, or at least you can see it a bit better. The left and right. Good stuff. Ear to shoulder. And then forwards and backwards. Then I'm going to stand up. We'll do both arms forwards today. Nothing too complicated. And then backwards. Left and right, it's just nice and relaxed twists. Morning, James, you're on the big screen. Oh, just what I always wanted. Good stuff. Boxers rolls, nice and relaxed. Do 3 in this direction. And then 3 in the other direction. Morning, Edie.
Good morning.
Don't bang heads, yeah. Big hip circles. Other direction. Outward knees. Inward knees. Good stuff. And then elbows, so just keep them together. Pretend you're swimming, elbow pits up.
I think that's how people swim.
Good stuff. Wrist circles outwards. Remember, this is not as complicated as yesterday. That's just us getting ready. Okay, you ready? I might just point this to the floor slightly. Okay. Here we go, standing side bends, and we have 1 minute. Let's go. So, standing side bends. Try and bend from your belly button. It'd be cool to have some music in the background. You can breathe out, but YouTube would block it. Breathe in here, breathe out here. If it's too hard with your hands up top, have your hands below, but try with your hands up top. Then we're going to do 30 seconds of a back bend. So clasp your hands behind, roll your shoulders back, hit back and lean. Pushing your hips forwards and squeezing your glutes, trying to stay still. That's good, Eads. Is there a smile? Yeah. Chin up to the sky.
Oh, my neck.
Yeah, shoulders back. We're going to do forward fold. So just bend your knees slightly and just roll down. Another tooth.
Yeah.
Edie just found a dog tooth, an actual dog tooth.
Should I show them?
No, just stick it on the
Can I
side.
go and put it in
Just
the-
stick it on that side, please. Now I've done 30 seconds on the forward fold because we're going to spend 30 seconds in the squat. So feet back shoulder width apart, arms forwards, keep your feet flat. Try to bend down. Edie has hurt her knee. Are you still going to do it?
Yeah,
If it hurts, Edie's damaged her knee somehow. I don't know.
I'll just do this.
Then we're going to go forwards and do our twisty hand backward thing, okay? When it gets to 30. At this point, if you can't get here without your feet flat, we'll talk about that tomorrow, okay? You alter the Facebook one. Okay, have your hands turned back now. If you can't turn back, turn them sideways. But we're really looking to have your hands turned back. We do that for a minute, okay? So let's say you start like this and put some pressure through your wrists, maybe in circles. Then maybe you progress to here. Then maybe progress to here. So if you go back much further, you'll be able to see your hands. Keep going 30 seconds, that's it. Nice and relaxed. In 10 seconds or so, we're going to do downward dog, okay? Key points are have your butt towards the sky. Rather than having your back arched, try and push your chest towards the floor. Look towards your belly button. If you can get your legs straight, you get your legs straight. But let's not have your legs straight as the focus. Nice and relaxed. Pushing deep into your shoulders. Pushing your chest towards the floor. Keep holding. Right? Good girl. So try and release these calves. So when it beeps, you're going to put your right arm through, go onto your back, and go for shoulder bridge. Okay, so push your hips up. and just relax. So don't clasp your hands, but just focus on pushing your hips super high towards the sky. Squeeze those glutes nice and tight. Keep those glutes tight. If you want to make this more difficult, if this is way too easy for you, you can put your foot on something that's lacking balance. So one of those big gym balls or a Bosu ball or a half Bosu ball, something like that. So I'll show you that tomorrow. So after the next beat, we're going to turn over onto our front. So I'm going to thread my right leg through, and you're going to go into the forearm and your legs splayed like a frog. So I'm going to come up, push my legs back round, push them out to the side. So my toes are pointing sideways, and I'm on my forearms. You can then roll forwards a little bit, and you can then roll backwards a little bit. Again, you might only be looking at a tiny bit of movement for yourself. Remember, Facebook, you have a poor view. It's YouTube that we're focusing on. So if I give you a different view here, you can see we're out to the side and pushing your bottom backwards. When it beeps next, does that hurt your hips a little bit?
The inside of my hips.
Yeah. So guys, you might not get, low. It's not the point. Just keep working on it. Bring your right leg through to the front and push your hips backwards. So pigeon pose. Hold that for a minute. So when you feel you're ready and you have you'll feel structurally strong here, then of course you can take your hands off. But if you're not at that point, you're not at that point. So put your hands on, nice and strong. As we go to the left foot, I'll do it at a different angle so you can see.
I don't think I'm going to do the left foot.
No, then just do a shin box position, which is like a Z shape.
Okay.
So it's when you bring the back leg just into it. Oh, you know what it is?
Yeah.
The chair's in the way, no one can see you, by the way. Okay. And then left foot round, right foot back.
I think I'll just do this, Dad.
Okay, you can do that. It's better for your knee. So remember, you can stretch here or you can stretch the back of your other hip. Okay. It depends on what you're working on at that point, but personally, I'm focusing on my front side. So you can lean forwards on that front side. Thirty more seconds. Oh, I'm quite tight today, but we're going to go back onto your back and do a shoulder bridge again, but clasp your hands behind you. So you're going to roll back onto your back, push your hips up, make sure your shoulder blades are right flat, hips right up high, and put your hands behind your back and try and pull them down towards the floor. The goal, obviously, is still to get these up high. If you're yoga, you might be in that sort of position, but we're going to try and use our glutes to hold that position. Strengthen those glutes rather than just stretching. Hold it there. Just a few more. So bottom down, come up. Hands by your hips pointing forwards. Push your hips up. If that's too stressful for your shoulders and biceps, you have your hands pointing backwards and straight up. So you can maybe hold that for a little bit, and then maybe hold the hands pointing forwards for a little bit. Come back to start and try again. It's important to try and get your shoulders rolled backwards. Squeeze the glutes. Bottom backwards, right leg over left leg, left hand over right knee, and twist. So you're more flexible with this side. You can put your arm right round and pull. I struggle this side slightly, but we're improving every day. It's leverage you need really sometimes. So you can maybe put a strap around here, hold the strap with your right hand and give that a pull, and that might give you enough leverage to get round. Keep breathing nice and deep and relax. So just put that leg straight, lift up the left one, put that flat on the floor, right hand round the knee and twist. It's really good. And look over your other shoulder,
That one.
other way. Then try and get your shoulders back. Keep going. When it beeps again, I'm going to tuck my right leg in, pull myself forwards into that lunge position. So I'm tuck my right leg in, pull myself forwards, and you end up in your lunge. So push forwards with your hip. You ready? Yeah. Don't lean forwards. Try and have your body going straight down. Okay. If you've just got a cushion, and that's a good idea. If you're struggling with if you've got a hard floor, you do need that cushion. Make sure you're a minute there. So one knee down, one knee up, stretch, hips forwards and down. This knee, my right knee is just over my right ankle. It's not forwards, it's not backwards. So either your foot needs to come forwards a wee bit more.
No, because now it's backwards.
That's fine. Now lean forwards now. Push your hips forwards.
I am.
Yes, Dad, rather than I am.
Well, can you please tell me what to do then? Because I don't think I'm doing it right then.
Okay, well, I'll tell you in a minute. Bring that knee back, both hands on the floor. Thread the right arm through. Put your right shoulder on the floor and your right ear. Bring your left leg closer and you have a stretch in your spine. Now hold that for 30. Come up, thread through the other side. Remember, as you pinch your knees together, then you should feel the stretch in your spine. If not, then you're super flexible. Pull yourself forwards. Push yourself up into upward dog. Remember, shoulders back. Push your hips towards the floor. Turn your hands backwards. Lift your knees off the floor and hold that. Remember, if you're struggling there, you put your knees down. Squeeze your glutes, make sure they're tight. Knees down, push yourself backwards. Up you get. Right leg in front, left leg turned out very slightly. And fold forwards, pushing your hips backwards, sucking that belly button in and relaxing forwards. I'm going to cross my arms rather than press on my knee. Dangle and relax. You might feel it in your knee, you might feel it in your hip, you might feel it in your lower back slightly. Bend that front knee, stand up, change sides. Front leg straight, back leg straight, push your hips backwards and fold. Face forwards, bring your feet close together. Take your right hand, thread it past your left knee, elbow right past it, and twist against it for 30. Twist against it and look up to the sky. That's good, Edie. Keep breathing deeply, suck your belly button in. Up, push that knee down, that other elbow down, past your knee, twist against it. Right hand on the floor, right leg through, hold your knees, and rocking backwards and forwards. So listen, guys, I'm a bit held up on time. Somehow, I've taken longer than expected, but I'm going to run through that again by myself. You can join me if you want to, but I'm going to do 30 seconds on each one rather than 1 minute. So we're going to start again and 30 seconds side bends. Obviously, I won't be offended if you need to go and do something else, but I'm going to go through it anyway. Let's go, Reeds. So I'm just doing 30 seconds rather than a minute. Facebook people, if anyone's there, just go onto YouTube. Forward fold. Elbows in, feet flat, chest up. If you can't get your feet flat, then don't go so low, or use some books behind your feet. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay. The goal as you go flat is not to lean forwards like this, but to try and get your chest back, chest up and back, back and chest up. Hands down in front of you. You can do circles around these hands to push to develop strength in different areas. When I broke my wrist, this was a challenge, but this was a real goal to achieve. Hands forwards, downward dog. One leg forward and through to shoulder bridge. Push your hips up nice and high, squeeze your glutes nice and tight. Pull the hips down, pull my hips to the side, hips out, on forearms. I'm personally just getting a little bit of hip movement there. You don't have to do that, of course. Not this week anyway, next week maybe. Okay, push yourself backwards, take the right leg, push it through, and it should be you in pigeon. When you're ready, you can take your hands off. Only when you're ready. If you're not, put your hands down. Change sides. take it easy, Edie. You should be able to rotate yourself, push yourself onto your back again, hips up, clasp your hands this time. Breathe deeply. Hips down, hands behind you, by your hips. Push up, extended table, hold that for 30. If you can't do it again, turn your hands behind you and push up that way. Try and get your hips nice and high. That's it. Try and look back and turn your shoulders back. Edie's very good. Well done. Bottom down, right leg over the top, left leg straight and twist. So your left arm goes over your right knee and pop. And sides. Yeah. Forward into kneeling lunge. Remember, your front knee is just over your ankle. You can see by my stripes. Push your hip, in my case, my right hip forwards, not this one, but the other one forwards. Don't lean forwards with this one. Lean up and back. If you're super ninja and flex, you can put your arms up and lean backwards. But that's a lot of effort for a morning. So change sides. If you haven't got a stopwatch, you can just count maybe 5 breaths. That would just do it for you. That's good, Edie. Nice position. Excellent. Nice one, Ethan, as well. Try and get the back leg a bit further backwards. So both knees back to their parallel. Make a box. Take the right hand, thread it underneath, shoulder to the floor, bring your knees closer together. Just change. Put yourself forwards. Upward dog. Push your hips into the floor. Force them in. Breathe deeply. Breathe from your lower abdomen. Turn your hands back. Knees off the floor, so you're resting on your insteps. If you can't do that, guys, then just put your knees down. If you get right leg in front, left foot turned out ever so slightly, push your bottom backwards, fold forwards, nice and relaxed. Try and keep your, rather than have your hips sideways, try and keep your hips facing forwards. Don't use your hands on your knee. If you need support, hold a chair. Change sides. So yeah, if you need a support, use that support. It's better that you use an object rather than your leg.
I'm just touching.
No, it's okay for you because you're more flexible. Face forwards, legs slightly bent. Push your right arm through past your knee. Twist. Suck that belly button right in. What did you say, Ethan?
You said that he loves me.
You said you loved your sister. Is that true? It's true. Good boy. That's wait for it. Unprecedented situation. Left arm through.
Do you know what unprecedented?
No, what does it mean?
You need like unexpected, right?
It's the first time it's ever happened.
Oh.
It's never happened before. You have set the precedent by saying that
Right.
you loved your sister.
No, it has happened before. Actually, I didn't say I love my sister.
Yeah.
I said I love you.
Poor view for Facebook.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Onto your back.
I
Enjoy this one.
I feel a bit.
Hold your knees. Rock forwards.
I don't like this
Rock
one.
backwards. Rock forwards. Hold your belly button in nice and tight. And this is where you can just enjoy this last bit. You can just keep your body in control.
I'm gonna get sick.
I'm actually going to.
Oh, I don't. Have you had breakfast? I'll have some shares. Yeah, it's not fun.
Done. Camera. Facebook.
I'm doing stuff too.
Not the best for you for Facebook,
Give me some of that.
but that's the way it is. Facebook, just go to YouTube.
Yeah, babe.
YouTube, well done. Who we got?
We got
Thank you. Got to get ready for school. School? What? Isn't it school holidays?
School?
no dad.
Who said that?
Afi.
So I've learned Max.
Well done, everyone.
Sticks.
Ew. So ugly.
And
Elbows.
that's awesome. Just keep doing it. Again, it doesn't matter to me where there's no one doing it. What matters is that I'm doing it. If you want to join in and carry on, then that's brilliant. Anyone who's new, which I doubt there are, but anyone that's new, just keep doing it. It's the consistency that would give you some results, not just doing it once or every so often, or even the attitude of I can't be bothered. If you do just have the attitude of I want to try something and be consistent with it and try and get something positive from it, then you'll see some results. Well done for stretching. Come and join me tomorrow for more complicated joint rotations. And have a good day. Bye-bye.
No, elbow.
Okay, elbows. Elbows. Well done, guys. Bye. Anna. Thank you, Anna. Thanks, Rod. Thanks, Afi. Thanks, Kevin, etc. Facebook people. Just go to YouTube.
Hi. Bye.